Hi, welcome to the webinar. I'm so glad you're here with me today. It's a lovely day. It's a beautiful day. It's a glorious day. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're here with me live, welcome. If you're watching the replay, welcome. Thank you so much for taking out of your busy schedule, taking time out of your busy schedule to be here with me live. I appreciate your comment, and I believe it's going to be worth every minute of your time just being here. So you're welcome once again. So I'm just going to share my screen right away. If for any reason you find it's a bit blurry, probably you're not seeing it very clearly and it's not showing as it's supposed to show, the best thing you can do is just to go to the screw icon, that's the gear icon, that should be at the bottom right of your screen, and then click on it, and then you can change it to 720p. Yes, you can change it to whatever resolution you want. You know, on YouTube, it goes to a default auto resolution. So it's better that you just click on it, the screw icon, and then you change that resolution to 720p or to 480p or to 360p, whichever one you would like to. So you can see the screen clearer. Okay, so now that we've gotten all the tech issues out of the way, let me do my welcomes again. Thank you so much once again for joining me live. I appreciate your coming. I appreciate you taking out the time to be here with me. And if you're watching the replay, I appreciate your time also. Thank you so much for being here with me. So today we're going to be talking about the 3 must-have skills, your 3 must-have skills as a fashion designer. Your 3 must-have skills as a fashion designer. So I'll just go over and share my screen so that we can begin. Okay, let me share my screen. So now that I've shared my screen, I would like to bring to your notice before we start that beneath this video is a chat box. And you can see that there's a space where it says guests with some numbers. So I would just like for you to edit it, put your name in there, and just click on sign in. And when you click on sign in, just let me know where you're watching this, this webinar from, and I'll be glad to know that you're here with me live or watching the replay. Okay, so now that's clear, I'll just like to welcome you once again to this webinar titled Your 3 Must-Have Skills as a Fashion Designer. It's really a great honor to have you join me on this webinar, where I'll be sharing with you from my ebook titled Your Ultimate Guide to Running a Profitable Fashion Business. I wrote this guide some time ago, and I tell you it's been a bestseller. People have been buying it, and they've been reading it and been using the information to take their businesses, their fashion businesses to the next level. And I'll tell you how you're going to get this ebook for free by the time we get to the end of this webinar. So stick with me. There's an opportunity for you to get this ebook for free. So just stick with me on this webinar, and I'll tell you how you're going to get it for free. Okay. So before we dive in, let's talk a little bit about me. I'm Henrietta Agbola, and I run House of Henry Limited, which has 4 subdivisions under it. Fashion and Arts Academy is our in-person training arm where we train people physically in our premises, where we handhold them, show them how to, sew, take them through the rudiments of fashion design, the pattern drafting, the cutting, the sewing, the finishing, and we've trained over 3,000 people in various fashion skills. And currently, we're on a Lagos State project called Lagos State Employability Support Project. And in this project, we've been assigned the task to train over 400 people as sewing machines operators. And, we thank God for that. And people have really been gaining a lot from this program. So our second subdivision is the Easel and College portal, where it's our online training school where we train people, with the use of pre-recorded videos that they can log into with their own special login details, and they get access to these videos 24/7 to watch videos on how to sew clothes. We have over 300 members. I'm sure we're almost clocking 400 members now in all over Nigeria, in the US, in the UK, and even in Malaysia. We have students all over the world learning how to sew using these pre-recorded online sewing classes. Our third division is called Tush Me Henry, our ready-to-wear line, where we make clothes for men, women, and children. And we also have Together Forever by House of Henry, which is our bridal arm. Okay. I started my quest in the fashion industry from the tender age of 7, when since then I haven't looked back. I started making baby doll clothes like most people would. I used to go to a rubbish dump, pick up fabrics from a t-shirt dump, and start and make clothes for my baby dolls. That was how I started, and since then I haven't looked back. I also studied psychology at the University of Lagos, but I followed my passion for fashion. And through divine inspiration, hard work, strategic planning, God has been our help. I also went ahead to study my master's in organizational behavior, also University of Lagos. So let's dive in to discuss about your 3 must-have skills as a fashion designer. We're going to be talking about the first set of skills, which are the creative skills. Creative skills. Like I mentioned earlier when we started, the webinar, that if for any reason you are seeing, the words as being hazy or not clear or blurry, just click on the gear icon on the bottom right of this, video. When you click on it, you can change the resolution to either 720p, 480p, or 360p so that it'll be clearer to you so you can see all the words very well. So we're talking about creative skills. Now, when we're talking about creative skills, we're talking about starting with your imagination. You have to start with imagination, where you will conceptualize ideas first in your mind. And that is one thing that we are so blessed with, because God has given us imagination in surplus. Imagination in surplus. And you need to, imagination has a lot to do with inspiration. What inspires? What are the things that catch your fancy? What are those things that make you tick? At times we're bombarded with so much distractions in our time and age that we need to seize time, run away, take a little getaway and go and think about ideas. And I'm telling you, when you think about those ideas, you're going to put them down on paper. The second thing about the creative skills is how to now begin to illustrate these ideas on paper. These designs that you are seeing in your mind's eye, you need to know how to illustrate them. Now, I tell people that you don't necessarily have to be a portraitist, but all you just have to do is be able to put down these ideas on clear black and white on paper so that you can make reference to these ideas and bring out the designs. But just in case you are not good at drawing, you can take classes, or you can get someone to do it for you. You can get a fashion illustrator to interpret your designs so that you can make reference to it and make those beautiful designs. The third thing we'll talk about, in creative skills is the use of color. You need to understand color combinations and the effect that colors have on various outfits. Now, I know that, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Yeah, I know. But at the same time, we need to be able to organize colors in a sensible manner, in a way that's not painful to the eye, something that is adorable, that people love to see. So it's important that we understand how to combine colors. Now, there are a number of ways you can learn how to combine colors. But I'm just going to share 3 of my favorites with you. You can combine colors by contrast. That's when you take a dark color and a light color and combine them together. Like you can see this beautiful sunflower in the picture here. Now, this obviously represents our own corporate colors. We love black and yellow, or is it yellow and black? Those are our corporate colors. Now, when you take a dark color and you mix it with a light color, you're combining your colors by contrast. Now, colors also have meanings, For us, the black and yellow have meanings. For instance, the black stands for strength. strength of purpose, strength of character, strength of integrity. While the yellow stands for brilliance, vibrancy, blooming, happiness, joy, that's what it stands for us. Friendship, happiness. You can see that colors for us have that meaning. So these are our copy colors, and we expect that when you combine colors, don't use more than 3 colors when you're doing combining by contrast, so that it will not be painful to the eye. These are examples, coffee brown and cream, wine and pink, navy blue and white. These are some of the colors that you can combine using contrast. Next, you can also combine colors using monochromatic shades. Now, when you think of monochromatic shades, you think of the black, the white, the grays, yes. But I'm now applying this to different color families. Now, you can see this picture. We have turquoise, we have Madonna blue, we have aquamarine, we have sky blue. These are all shades, and tones of a particular color family. So that's how you can combine your colors. You can use, fuchsia pink with pink and baby pink, or you can even go, with army green, bottle green, mint green. There's so many ways you can combine these lovely, beautiful shades and tones of the same family. Okay. You can also combine colors by using pastel shades. Now you can see this is a very pretty combination here. You can see these lovely, soft, dreamy colors. I love them so much. Now, most times when you think of pastel shades, you think of, feminine colors, but they're just soft and dreamy, and they're lovely, lovely, lovely to have, and they're very pleasing to the eye. So like I said, these are just a couple of ways you can combine your colors. There are many other ways, but these are some of my favorites. Okay. I hope you're enjoying this. How is it going? How's it going? Please drop a comment below to let me know what you think about this webinar. And if you, show me some love, you can share it with your audience that, oh, there's something happening here. It would really mean the world to me. Okay, let's move on. Now, the next set of skills we're going to talk about are the technical skills. Technical skills. Beautiful. Okay. Now, when we're talking about technical skills, we're talking about, the know-how, how to run, how to make the clothes, how to produce the clothes. I know that you don't necessarily have to have this technical skills to run a fashion business, but I'm telling you, it just makes all the difference if you at least know how to sew, because then you will not be held hostage. I know a lot of people that have fallen hostage, and they have fallen victims to wicked tailors who would desert them at the hour of their most crucial need. I'm telling you, don't let this happen to you, I beg of you. So when you look at, brands like Zara, Ralph Lauren, Chanel, all of these people, they knew how to sew in their history. So what's stopping you? Take a cue from these big shots in the fashion industry, and they learned how to sew and took their businesses to the next level, and so would you. Now you can acquire skills by coming to Fashion and Arts Academy, where we will train you in our in-person class. Now, like I told you, this is a coaching program where we'll take you from level 0 to level hero. And this is a hand-holding class where we'll teach you step by step. You can also learn by using our Easel and College platform, where you can learn by watching pre-recorded videos online at your own time, wherever you want to. Of course, you can also learn by reading. We have our book called Garment Sewing Made Easy. And we actually have it on Jumia, where you can actually pick up a copy. That's the link there. So reading this book helps you to take the pages, read them, steps, read it, and look at the diagrams. You look at the diagrams, you follow the steps, and then you'll begin to sew. That's how it is we can learn by reading books. Right now, I'd just love to take a few minutes, just a few minutes of your time, to talk about the Easel and College system. Do I have your permission to go ahead? All right. Thank you so much. I guess you've given me permission to go right ahead. So what is the Easel and College system? What's it all about? Easel and College is a learning and skills acquisition portal that provides education at the learner's ease, time, and place. So that means you decide how you want to learn, where you want to learn, and how fast you want your pace to be. It's so convenient. You are the one, you're the author and the finisher of your own fate when it comes to learning by using online videos. It's faster, it's easier, and it even cuts down your sewing time by 80%. As you will learn all the various techniques that will bring you to speed when executing your sewing projects. Now, we're not just talking. Well, this is from experiments that we have conducted. This is from research that we have conducted. We actually, you know, did some video programming for some women who could not read or write. I'm telling you the fact. We recorded videos for them and they learned. And we found out from the experiment that they learned, they learned within half the amount of time. It took them not such a low amount of time to learn because they were watching and they were practicing. If I ask you to, read a book and recall, you will find out that it's so much more easier for you to recall a movie you have watched than a book you've read. It's empirical in nature. You can learn anywhere, at any time, using any mobile device, whether your phone, your tablet, your laptop, anything, as long as you have an average internet connection. The same amount of internet the same kind of internet you use to watch your YouTube videos, your WhatsApp videos, your Instagram videos, that's it. Very light and it's easy to watch those videos online. Now, I decided to create a collection of videos from our Easel and College platform so that you can have access to over 20 online sewing classes all in one place. And I'll show you what I mean in a minute. Now, this is our Easel and College website. This is a screenshot of our Easel and College website. And I'm telling you, when you get here, you click on any of these categories. When you click on any of these categories here, it brings you, into the inner page where you now have, the different classes that you can actually take. Now, all of these classes, you'll have to buy one by one. You'll have to buy them individually. And if I calculate and I tell you the amount of, we have over 20 videos in this portal for now. We're still developing more content and we're still adding more content by the day. If I tell you if I calculate the entire amount of money it will take you to buy all of these videos one by one, it will take you over 190,000 naira to purchase these videos. But we have decided that why can't we make it so much more easier for you? Instead of making you go through that, stress of paying so much, we decided to strip the cost to 1/3 of the amount. And that's why we decided to create the Video Class Arena, which is a 6-monthly membership program that gives you access to over 20 online sewing classes. And each of these online sewing classes has over 5 to 6 modules. That means we're talking about at least over 100 video classes that you have at your advantage. These are bite-sized, video classes that show you how to make your patterns, how to cut your fabric, how to stitch, how to finish all of these clothing items that you're sewing. And I'm telling you, it's something that people have watched, people who I have never met all over the world, sending me pictures of what they can do from scratch to finish. So what's inside the Video Class Arena? Like I told you, we have over 20 videos, 20 online classes, and these are the topics. We have the ladies' jacket, we have the bustier, we have the corporate shirt, we have the slash and spread dress, tunic and trousers, princess cut blouse, the wrap top, reverse collar shirt, we have the flared skirts, classic dress, trousers, measurements. We even created a video for measurements. We also have peg top skirt, bolero jacket, which is a small, cute jacket. We have the kimono kaftan, we have the tapered skirt, we have the sleeveless blouse, we have the 6-piece fish skirt, darted blouse, poncho tunic, native blouse, and wrapper. We even delved into our culture. We have t-shirts, we have the 8-piece fish skirt with goudé. These are the topics that are in the Video Class Arena. Now, in the Video Class Arena, we have 3 levels of membership in the Video Class Arena. Now, we found out that people are in different places in their lives. Not everybody will be able to purchase the 23 videos. So we decided to break it into levels. And we have the various levels here. We have the diamond, we have the gold, and we have the silver. Now, I'm going to walk you through the options. We have the Diamond Video Class Arena package, where we have all the 23 videos. Now, the actual cost, you know, I told you that it would have cost over 190,000 naira, but we stripped it down to just lower than 130. You can see the actual price is 60,000 naira. But from now till the next 7 days, you'll only pay 40,000 naira or $112. Now we have the dollar equivalent for, because we have an international audience. So wherever anyone is, we want them to be able to pay in dollars or pay in naira if you're in Nigeria. So that's why we have the dollar equivalent there. So in the next 7 days, if you want to buy this Diamond Video Class Arena, you'll either pay $112 or 40,000 naira, which represents 33.3% off. That means you're getting it at just 66.6% of the entire cost. Option 2, we have the Gold Video Class Arena package, which has 17 videos. Now remember that the Diamond has 23 videos. This package has 17 videos, and its cost is $84 or 30,000 naira. But from now till the next 7 days, because you're on this webinar with me, you will get it at $56 or 20,000 naira, which is 33.3% off. The third option is the Silver Video Class Arena package, which is just $42 or 15,000 naira. But since you were on this webinar with me, you have 7 days to be able to get access to our 33.3% off discount, which makes the price come down to 10,000 naira or just $28. But get ready for this. Get ready for this. I have a surprise for you. But for just 48 hours only, or till the countdown timer hits 0, I'll be giving you an opportunity to get the Diamond Video Class Arena package only. Yes, not the gold, not the silver, but the Diamond Video Class Arena package. I'll be giving you at a special webinar price of 30,000 naira or $84, which is exactly 50% off. It's a 50% off discount, my darling. This is a skill, is a steal. I'm telling you. Remember, I told you the entire, all the videos on our Easel and College portal is over 190,000 naira. But if you are on this webinar and you're with me here, either you're watching the replay or you're here with me live, I'm telling you, grab this offer of, achieving your goals at a very pocket-friendly price. You get access to this 50% off discount within the next 48 hours. And it doesn't just stop there, darling. It doesn't just stop there. There's more. If you click on the red button to get in now, you will get 5 bonuses. I'm telling you, click on the red button below to get in. And you're going to get 5 bonuses when you join now on this webinar or within the next 48 hours. So let me tell you the bonuses you're going to get. You're going to get the download of my 5-step blueprint to entrepreneurship. This is value, my darling. This is value. This is a podcast. This is a recording of a very important talk that I gave about your blueprint to entrepreneurship. Now, a lot of people are finding it difficult to get into entrepreneurship. This is what you need to listen to before you go into entrepreneurship. And the value is $28 or 10,000 naira. But you get it for free if you join within the next 48 hours. You also get access to the 3D pattern design software starter course, which normally is 14,500 naira value or $40. But you get it for free if you join within the next 48 hours. You also get access to the Online Store Academy startup course and the Online Store Academy setup course, where you will learn how to set up an online store. Now, of course, when you learn how to sew, you start making your clothes, you want to sell the clothes. So that's why we're teaching you how to put together an online store from our Online Store Academy programs for the startup course and the setup course. And you can see that the combined value of that is $40, $15 for the startup course and $25 for the setup course. And see it, here it comes. Number 5, you are going to get a download of my ebook for free. Remember I told you that this is the way you're going to get it for free. That if you stick with me till the end of this, webinar. You're going to learn how you're going to get my ebook for free. So this is how you're going to get my ebook for free if you join within the next 48 hours. And the value of this ebook is $10,000, 10,000 naira or $20. Yeah, but before we go into the business skills, I just want to let you know that this is something that I personally curated. I personally decided that I wanted to be, I wanted to give you value. I wanted to impact your life. I wanted to give you something that would be a gift from my heart. This is something I have worked on for some time now. I'm telling you, when I get messages from people telling me how this has impacted them, when I get, pictures of what they have done, people I have never met, it just melts my heart that more people can actually get access to this and they're not getting access to it. That's the reason why I'm doing this. The reason why I'm doing this is to be able to give you an opportunity to be able to achieve your goals, within record time. And I would love to share with you some of their thoughts, some of the things that they personally have sent to me as comments. So let me just take you through some of the things that people have said about the video class arena. Here I have Tonia from Lagos. Says, amazing. The videos have really been helpful to me. How it illustrates step by step in a very detailed manner. How to make different outfits is awesome. I'm almost a pro. Very well thought out. Kudos. Thank you, Tonia. And I have this other comment here from Rukayat. She actually lives in Oyo State, in Ogbomosho. And says, amazing offer for anyone who wishes to improve his or her skills in sewing. House of Henry has proven its worth. I am a living testimony, and I will continue to recommend them to as many people as I can. God bless you. God bless you too, my darling. Here I have Joyce Oba. She actually lives in Delta State. Says, what can I say but a big thank you to House of Henry online videos and tutorials on fashion. Everything has been well explained from the pattern drafting on the paper to actual cutting on fabric and the various stages of sewing each piece together. It's more like being in a normal class situation. She's good and always ready to answer your questions. I'm resident in Delta State, and the online tutorials have really been very convenient. I don't have any regrets. Thank you, Joyce from Delta State. And I have here, this is from Excellence from Lagos. Excellence stays in Lagos. This one was sent to me the day she started consuming the content on the video class arena. She was so excited. She said, oh my God, this is super great. Thank you. Don't worry. Once I sew one skirt, I would snap it, tag it, and share it to the whole world. And I would make sure people sign up. I really am enjoying this. You are amazing. Thank you. So when you get comments like this, you can't but just continue doing the great work. So that's why we're here to share with you the video class arena. All right, so now it's time for us to go into the third set of skills, which is the business skills. Are you ready for this? If you're really enjoying this, please just leave a comment, in the chat box. And if you have a question, any question whatsoever, leave your question and leave also your Instagram handle, and I will send you a DM with the answer. Okay. So now we're finally going to be talking about the business skills you need to run a profitable fashion business. Business skills are highly important, because they make a huge difference. Like I always tell people, the most important equation in your business is income minus expenses equals to profit or loss. Don't forget it. Income minus expenses equals to profit or loss. Now, the first thing I want to share with you about the business skills is that you need to start with vision. Yes, start with vision. As you can see, as a fashion business owner, you've got to start with the end in mind. You've got to see far into the future. Yes. You need to look at it. What kind of fashion business do you want to set up? How big do you want your fashion business to be? These are important things you need to ask yourself. And you also need to set goals. You need to set goals for your fashion business because you need to realize that a vision is an inner picture of your desired future. So you better dream big. Like I tell people when I started out in a very, very tiny space. I'm talking about um, like like a 10 square meter. Yes, you can just imagine how small that kind of place is. But I decided to set goals for myself. And from there, we moved to a BQ. From there, we moved to a main building. And then we moved to a duplex. So you can see right now I have 3 centers and I'm still planning for more. So it's important that you set goals. You need to set goals because if you don't set goals, you won't go anywhere. And not only should you set goals, you should write these goals down because without writing it down, your goals are not going to get accomplished. All right. Now, the next thing we will talk about is do a feasibility study for your fashion business. I'm sure you're wondering what is a feasibility study? It's actually gathering a lot of information about, the business you want to start or the business you are currently running because you need to be able to analyze the opportunities of that business. You need to be able to analyze the opportunities and you need to be able to see whether that business is big enough to go to the next level. Now, there are many components of a feasibility study, but I'm going to talk about 3. You'll need to do a SWOT analysis. You also need to do a competitor survey and a market research. Let's start with a SWOT analysis. Now, a SWOT analysis is what you do for your business, and it means 4 things: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Now, for strengths and weaknesses, you look inside the business. Yeah, you look inside the business. Of course, you should know that as a strength, it's something that your business is really good at doing. It's your unique selling point. It's what differentiates you from the competition, from all the businesses. Now, while your weaknesses are the things that your fashion business may not really be good at, or but that you yourself will not really be good at. For instance, if you are a procrastinator, for instance, that's a weakness and you need to work on it. Some people take orders and they don't start working on that orders until it's just about the time that they want to give it to their clients. That is a weakness. That's a weakness of your business, okay? And you need to work on it. Now let's look at opportunities and threats. For opportunities and threats, you look inside your you look outside your fashion business for things that can affect it or things that can be of help to it. So for opportunities, these are things around you in your business space that will be good for your business. Probably maybe an organization just, opened around you. And then there are a lot of stuff that you can actually go and begin to measure, take orders and begin to make for. That is an opportunity. Meanwhile, threats are things around you in your neighborhood that will not really be good for your business. Maybe you have another competitor who has deeper pockets than you, and they come in and they begin to do a lot of stuff that you can't do. That's a threat to your business. So you need to be able to evaluate both opportunities and threats. Now, doing a SWOT analysis for your fashion business will help you assess and evaluate areas to work on and factors to take into consideration, factors to take advantage of in order to move your fashion business to the next level. It's important that you look at these things. We need to sit down and dissect our business. We need to sit down and dissect our business, whether we have, what it takes to move our business to the next level. That's doing a SWOT analysis, okay? Thanks so much for sticking with me till now. Please leave a comment below if this is making sense to you. And like I told you earlier, if you have a question, please drop it. If you have a comment, let me know. And if you just want to just share some love with me, I would be glad to have it. Thank you, darlings. Okay, so we'll move on to competitor survey. Now, if you take a good look at the picture in this presentation, you can see that people are running. Every single person is running. We are in a race. We are in a race. You are in the race, Your competitors are in the race. Everybody is in a race. And we need to understand that as you're trying to get to the finish line, other people are also trying to get to the finish line. So we need to take good cognizance of this, that you're not the only one in this race. Okay. Now, the reason why we do a competitor survey is because, we want to, not because we want to copy what they're doing, no, but we want to see what they're not doing well and begin and take advantage of that and begin to do that better. So that's the whole idea. You look at what your competitors are doing or what they're not doing, and you see how you can do it better. That's it. Add your own unique twist, your own unique flavor to it. You don't have to copy what they're doing. No. It's about seeing what you can do better. Because if you do not know what they're doing, there's no way you'll be able to, go above and go beyond. People talk a lot about mystery shopping. Yes, I know a lot of people that come to do that in my space, and I also have people who do that for me. So it's important that we know what is going on so that we'll be able to rise above mediocrity, be able to rise above the things that are not going well in our industry. So it's important that you know what your competitor is doing, and then you know how you can go ahead and give better service to your clients. Okay. Now, you also need to do a market research. This has to do with researching into your market size. You need to understand how large is this market? How large is this business? You need to be able to put your customers into segments, based on their demographics. You need to understand, okay, the age, the sex, their location, their interests, their social-cultural differences. These are all things you need to be able to profile your ideal customer. And it's also important that you write down, organizations in your neighborhood or your environments that will be, a source of business to you. Just write them down. Take your time, do a survey, check on, the banks, the institutions, the companies, the schools in your neighborhood or in your environment. These are your potential marketing locations where you will go and spread the word about what you do. Yes. Next, we're going to be talking about charging the right price. Charging the right price. Charging the right price. I always tell people that 7 out of 10 questions that I get from entrepreneurs, fashion entrepreneurs, have to do with pricing. And, I think it just makes sense because everybody wants to make money. So when we're talking about pricing, even though it's a confusing topic for many, but it's important that we look into it because this is the crux of your profitability. It's the crux of your profitability. If you're not charging the right price, then you're actually undercharging, or you're cutting you're actually, how do I put, you're not treating yourself well because there's no way you can enlarge your financial resources if you're not charging the right price. Okay, so let's talk about charging the right price. So the first step in pricing accurately is to create a price list. So what is a price list? A price list is a directory of your various clothing items that you can sew and the different styles to which you will now attach a proposed service charge, because this is what's going to help you to be coordinated and organized. A lot of people walk into your store or they come to meet you and they're asking you for the prices of what you make. And a lot of times you just give them a price off the top of your head. That doesn't make you come across as organized. So it's important that you put down this, different clothing items and you attach a proposed service charge to it. Now, to do this, the first part of it is to itemize all your various styles, the ones that you know how to sew. And not just write skirt or write blouse. You need to come up with different, combinations of what you do. Like for instance, don't just write, a jacket. You can write a peplum jacket, or you can write a Peter Pan colored jacket. Things like that explain the different styles. Then you now decide on the approach to use in determining your price point for each design. Now, I have quite a number of ways that we can come up with a price point for your, clothing design, but I'll just share 3 of them with you. Now, let's look at the margin approach. In this approach, you calculate all your costs, all your fabrics, your notions, your accessories that you have used in producing this garment. Then you need to add a percentage of all your operational costs. And this has to do with, your electricity bill, your fuel, your rents, your salaries, all of these things you need to have a percentage that you will add to the gross costs. Once you've calculated this, then you will now decide on the margin that you want to add. Either you're adding the same amount or much more than that. For instance, in this example, let's assume you've spent, like 4,000 on all, the fabrics, but maybe not the fabric, but maybe the items, the notions that you use to make this clothing item. And then you attach, a percentage of your operational cost. Let's say all of those came to 4,000. Then you decided to add another extra 4,000. That will make 8,000 naira or more. You can even decide to triple it. Decide that your margin will be double whatever your costs are. So you decide on that margin and you stick to it. So that's the example we have here. The next example or the next approach we want to talk about is the per hour approach. In this approach, you will have to estimate the amount of time it will take you to complete a particular style of outfit and then fix an hourly charge to it. Now, you have to start with the end in mind if you want to use this. And then what do I mean by that? What do you want to earn at the end of the month? That's what it means by starting with the end in mind. So let's take an example. Let's say, for instance, you want to earn 200,000 naira. At the end of the month. And in a month, we're talking about 20 working days with 10 hours per day. So you first of all divide the 200,000 by 20 working days. This gives you 10,000 naira per day. Then you divide the 10,000 by 10 hours, which is in a working day, 10 hours working day. Then you will get an hourly rate of 1,000 naira per hour. So let's assume that it takes you 5 hours to complete an outfit. You'll charge 5,000 besides the cost of your fabrics, your notions, and accessories. If it takes you 15 hours to make an outfit, you will charge 15,000. If it takes you, probably 2 weeks, you have to calculate the hourly charge. You know that from this example, 10,000 naira is the worth of your time in a day. So those are the things that you have to look at. This has to do with what you plan to pay yourself at the end of the month. And then you now calculate it using this example. Okay. Now, the third approach is the discretionary approach, and a lot of designers use this, a lot of fashion designers use this. And what does it mean? You're just using your discretion. You can decide that, okay, you want to charge this person this way and charge another person that way, whatever comes to your mind. Now, you see, the problem of using this approach is that it's possible you can either overcharge or undercharge, but you want to be sure that you're not, how I put now, you're not overcharging to the point that people now begin to feel that you don't have integrity. It's important that you actually standardize the aspect of your pricing. That's why I'd rather think you would go with either the margin approach or the per hour approach. But if you feel that you feel more comfortable with doing the discretionary approach, just be careful about it and ensure that you don't either overcharge or undercharge. It's important that you think of your clients when you're doing this, okay? So then the next step I would like us to look at when it comes to pricing accurately is actually a psychological one, and that is charge what you are worth. In fact, right now I want you to tell yourself, I am worth more. Say it loud to yourself, I am worth more. And the reason why I say that this is psychological, because if you feel you cannot charge more, you won't earn more. So you have to have a mindset shift. You have to have a mindset change that you deserve more. In fact, say it again, I deserve more. One more time, I deserve more. So you need to charge what you're worth. And I'll tell you a short story. A friend of mine, we met at business school where we did some training, and she was talking about how it was so difficult for her, to really even pay herself a salary. I mean, she most times would even have to scout around, probably, take a loan to pay her tailors. And there's really not much left for her as a business owner. And she was just concerned about how this was going from month to month and not being able to meet all her, all her needs. But her friend of hers told her to double her prices, and she was like, She was terrified at the idea of doubling her prices. But she took a bold step one of those days when a customer came and she decided to double her prices. But to her utmost surprise, the customer did not flinch. The customer did not even bat an eyelid and paid her the whole sum. And that was where she learned her lesson that she really can charge more, you know. But you just have to be careful that you don't, price yourself out of the market. It's good to, request for more money or maybe get people to pay you more. But just remember, don't price yourself out of the market. That is the moral of the story. Okay. Awesome, we made it. And just because you're here on this webinar, it has made my time with you worth every minute. Thank you, thank you, thank you for staying till the very end. Thank you so much. I just want to remind you once again that you will get 5 bonuses when you join the video class arena on this webinar, or at least till in the next 48 hours. And I'd like to remind you what these bonuses are. First of all, you're going to get a download of my 5-step blueprint to entrepreneurship. And I'm sure you don't want to miss this. A lot of people have been blessed by this. You'll also get access to the 3D pattern design software starter course. And you will get access to the Online Store Academy startup course, the Online Store Academy setup course. These 2 twin courses are important to help you set up your online store where you're going to use to start making money when you make the clothes that you are going to learn from this course. Then I told you I'm going to give you my ebook, this ebook where I've shared from, where there's so much more gold in, and I'm planning to give it to you for free if you take advantage of our offer. Like I told you, it's a 50% discount. 50% discount. So I'll give you this ebook if you take advantage of it. So click on the red button below to get in. So I'll just give you a recap. It's only for the Diamond Video Class Arena package where you have all the 23 videos. And the actual price is $168 or $60,000. But like I told you, for the next 48 hours or till the timer hits 0, you can get it for just $84 or 30,000 naira only. Or you can even have it in 2 monthly payments, because just in case you can't even pay the entire 30,000 naira, you can split the payments. You can split the payments. You can split the payments into 2 monthly payments of 17,500 naira. Okay. So thank you so much for being on this webinar with me, and I look forward to sharing my knowledge with you. It has been such an awesome time with you here on this webinar. I really want to thank you so much for being here. God bless you. Thank you for taking out, this time to empower yourself. And I believe that as you take on this, offer and even learn from what I have shared with you today, your business is going to skyrocket. You're going to go to greater heights in Jesus' name. All right. Thank you, guys. Have a lovely time, and I'll see you on the inside.